Well guys, I made a video of when I put my coastal taipans together. Today, because I've been so busy the last couple of months doing 20-hour day snake catching, I went to clean out my female coastal taipan, and me not keeping an eye on her, actually I didn't even think she was gravid. There was 13 or 14 eggs in there, all dried up. So today I threw the fierces together, the western taipans, and you can see what's going on. See how the male's quivering and twitching and carrying on, as you do. This is the sort of thing you do when you get your hand wet. But this is the snake's version of foreplay. You just think of it, girls. Wouldn't you love that? Being tickled constantly all over. But if you have a close look, just under the camera here, he's aligning his good gear. Gotta be careful because he's actually watching me there. But see the tail and whatnot? See how he's getting her aligned? Once he gets that done, all the good stuff happens. And for you guys who don't know anything about snakes, male snakes have two doodles and they're kept inside the tail, and as he gets her into position, obviously things go into things and then inflate, and the male's doodle has spikes all over it and they basically lock together. He's huffing and puffing out because he's seen and heard and smelt me. Heard, what am I saying? Snakes don't hear, but he knows that I'm here, and it's giving him the shits a fair bit. And it's standard issue for the female to resist quite a bit at first. And see that poo and pee that's in there? When they chase each other around, they piss and shit a lot. So don't think that I'm a lazy bastard, don't clean my closures. This was actually cleaned yesterday. Quite often I get people sending me videos or photos of snakes intertwined severely, saying they're mating. Usually males will combat. And the way the males combat is they twist around each other, and the biggest male tries to pull the not so big male down, and obviously it's like an arm wrestle. The biggest one wins the right to mate with her, but you can clearly see the difference between mating and wrestling. Some species of snakes are very, very active when they mate. Like I've found that all the black snakes, they really get into it, and both the female and male will be covered in sperm and there'll be blood everywhere and all sorts of horrible shit. But I was about to say I haven't seen fierces mate, but many years ago Joe Sambano lent me a female to put with this guy here, and there was blood everywhere, and I rang him up all scared saying, dude, there's blood, and he goes, good, that means it's a successful mating. But anyway, see how it goes with her. This young one here is only 3 years old and she's quite small. I don't know if she's big enough, but my problem is most of my venomous snakes are huge, so when I see a normal size snake I think to myself, oh, it's small. But see, like this fierce snake you're looking at now, I've owned it for 13 or 14 years, and it was an adult when I bought it, so it's got to be up near 20 freaking years old, you know. I actually thought that my female coastal taipan might not have been old enough to breed. I've seen them lock and mate and all that business, and a few times I looked at her, she didn't look overly large, and then she laid all those eggs and now she looks scrawny as. So obviously me being too busy and not looking at her properly, didn't keep a close enough eye, I missed it. Spill. He's enjoying that. He's going to blow chunks all over the joint in a minute. I've sort of got to be careful. I've got my face in this enclosure and he's looking at me through that water container. I'd hate to have a fierce launch at me. Anyway, I think we'll leave these two alone, because this is enough of us stalking them two while they're trying to have a bonk. He's telling me in taipan language to go get stuffed. He dropped his bottom jaw and everything.